What is going on, chill investors? You guys have made it down to the moving average video. All right, so on our indicator, we have, I don't know, 5, 6, maybe 7. I think it's 7 moving averages that you guys can use. Okay, and there are a few that are very key to me. And I want you guys to kind of use these ones, and then there are some that you can use them as you please. Okay, one of the main ones is obviously our bull bear line. Okay. And to truly understand what our bull bear line is, guys, I like to be bullish when we are above it and bearish kind of when we are below it and become a little bit more patient. Okay. You are going to see that there are a few moving averages that move very similar to it, being that it is a 200, I believe, smoothing. Yep. SMA. Okay. You can see that these move very similarly. Okay. Very close, interlocking kind of side by side. And there's this little gap here. Okay. And that's because we have designed this moving average to be based off of a 200 SMA, just because, it's a very important moving average to hold, where we bounce off of. And our bull bear line is a slight offset to it just to protect us from somewhat of, I would say, the market makers. Market makers like to come and snatch your shares right below this. If you are a person who puts stop losses at the right below the 200 moving average, we like to continue to buy still right here because they like to come snatch them and then ride off into the sunset. Okay, so we do have a slight offset to our bull bear line, and that's why we use it. It is fairly similar. During certain times it could be exact. So just so you know where the bull bear line comes from. Now, the one I like to use to understand kind of where I want to be buying and where some of the best case scenario opportunities present themselves would be this 1 week weighted moving average, okay, on the 200 weekly. So right here, you can see the bottom of April bear market came crashing down right here to this bull bear line. Just one day maybe under it, but overall held this support, right? Same thing, we're right now bouncing on this support right here at the 15, and we are holding that. So when the company was up here at like 32, right? This was down here at 12. People were saying there's no way it could go back. Sure enough, it found its way. Does it find its way right back to 12? No. Give it some time. It slowly creeps up. This slowly creeps down, and they meet somewhere. So it is good to know, though, where the worst case kind of scenarios can be. Not that the worst case is going to land here, but anytime this is here or below, it's time to load up, especially if you're super bullish on it. A good example will be Microsoft for me to show you guys. If you guys just had one rule, and that was to buy at this moving average or lower every time, you would be generationally wealthy. Okay, so Microsoft, for example, let's go to it. Okay, 2013, it was under it. Okay, bounced off of it in 2015. Didn't even touch it during the 2020 crash. Okay, didn't touch it. 2022 bear market, it touched it below, right? Buying it. Okay, and then you run, and then we touch it again in April, down, and now we're buying it again below it. Okay, so generational opportunities present themselves at this 200 weekly weighted moving average. So that is a key one for me. Okay, let me go back to, let's just go back to ASTS. So this is why, this is getting a little bit far. This is 92. This is 36. Okay, some people are going to say it'll never go there. I'm telling you right now, there will be a day where these two meet. I don't know when, but just be aware that worst case scenario, you got to keep your eye on this. To understand how much risk reward you are truly taking, you need to understand where this line is, okay? Now, for the other ones, you can use these as you please. You can use them on the 200 SMA. You can use 100 EMA, use which ones you like. Now, I personally like, because we already have an SMA, which is our bull bear line, right? So I don't need to use that. I personally like to use EMAs, and I like to see where the 200 is, which is where this one kind of seems to be bouncing off of. So I really like to see which company, or what company is kind of following which moving average. So clearly this one likes to touch the 200 day. So what am I going to do? I'm going to remove the rest because it doesn't matter. I want to be buying at what it touches the most consistently at the best value, right? So therefore, I like to buy when this is touching the 200 EMA. So that's when I should be buying it, right? It's proven to hold this one, but come down and touch it on occasions. And whenever we can get close, like it did, I want to be buying it then. Okay. So I look at all of them and then I see which one is the stock following. And then that's the one I use when I look at that stock. Okay. I always use this one to understand bear case. Okay. But overall, use all of them, see which one the company likes to bounce off of, and then that's the one I look at. Okay. Now, there's also one more is the year-to-date VWAP. VWAP stands for volume weighted average price. So it's taking volume into account, not just the price, okay? It's taking into account the volume, okay? And it's based on year to date. So the first trading day was not January 1st, it was January 2nd. So right here would be the start to see where the volume and the price action has gone. Okay, so you're going to hit this. Now it's showing you this purple line. Now, if you can't see where it's starting, inside your settings, you guys can actually show a start arrow. Okay, there it is, start arrow, boom. And now you can see it's holding support. We lost it, came back up, rejected it, came up, reject, fall down, came up, still haven't broken through. When you're really below the year-to-date VWAP, okay, you're bearish. When you're above it, you're bullish. Okay, so it's just a good like support resistance level to see for the year-to-date action of what's kind of going on. Okay, it's just good to kind of see. It's not necessary for all trading, but it is good to know kind of as if you bought here, right, and you're still rejecting here, it's good to see that. Okay. That's what I got for you guys on all the moving averages. I appreciate your support. I will see you in the last video, which we will be going over support and resistance. All right, see you there.